So what we're going to do is start off by getting some heat onto the pan. I'm going to add a little bit of butter. We're going to get a nice golden brown on our
I first realized my passion for cooking when I was about 7 or 8 years old. My mom used to make all these desserts, and she was really good about teaching me things in the kitchen. I always kind of wanted to have my hands in everything. I particularly remember when she'd put out certain desserts or pies that I would always go to the fridge trying to find some colorful, whether it was a dressing or a chocolate syrup or something, and trying to decorate the plate to make it look more beautiful. That's when I realized that this is what I want to do forever. And seeing the look on people's faces when they tasted something good, there's something drew me to that.
Now we're going to do what's called deglazing. So I'm going to deglaze with a little bit of organic white wine. I'm going to go ahead and add a nice little portion of halibut. We're going to get a nice sear on that. So we've got some currants, and that's going to be our sweetness to it.
I started in the restaurant industry when I was 14 as a dishwasher. The head cook there used to take me aside after my shifts and show me some cooking techniques and things like that. I really had a passion for it, and he knew it. I decided to pursue my heritage in Italian cooking, and was fortunate enough to find 2 chefs that were from Italy that ran a local restaurant, and they taught me regional Italian cooking. I moved up to Coeur d'Alene 2 years ago. Went online, started looking at help wanted for line cooks. Within 2 years, worked my way up from pantry to line cook to sous chef to executive chef of Angelo's.
And at this point, we're going to season with a little bit of salt, and at this point, crushed chili peppers. The reason I don't add those in the beginning is because if we incorporate that into the oil when we're cooking it first, you'll get more of a hotness through the whole dish instead of little delicate specks of it. I like to organize all my little guys kind of neatly. We'll grab our halibut, put that guy right on top, put a little stir, a little more fresh herb on top. Is a Sicilian seafood cioppino. The
food quality practices at Angelo's are quality ingredients. We try to use 100% organic, everything we can get our hands on. For instance, our beef comes from Painted Hills in Oregon and is grass-fed and is never finished with corn. Our supplier for our salmon and our seafood is distributed right here out of Coeur d'Alene with the local company, and is all wild-caught, nothing farm-raised. Our produce is either purchased through our supplier who's local or from our greenhouse. We will not use any conventional products whatsoever as far as produce, if we can help it. All of our sauces are made from scratch, GMO free, and all of our dairy and cream sauces. All of our butter is 100% organic. We go the extra steps and pay the extra money to make sure that our customers are getting a quality experience when they come to Angelo's. Using organic and locally sourced ingredients has an impact on the outcome of our food because it's grown close by. We know the people who are supplying it. They take extra care to make sure that the proper composting and things take place when a produce is grown. On the palate, you can tell between conventional tomatoes and organic tomatoes and how they're grown. It definitely plays a huge factor in the outcome of all of our dishes. I also think that flavor-wise, being an Italian chef, there's one simple rule, and that's taking the simplest, freshest, most beautiful ingredients and then not messing them up.
So what I'm making next is a pan-seared sea bass in agrodolce.
My favorite cooking style would have to be from southern Italy, in Sicily, something called agrodolce. It means sweet and sour, and it's implemented in a lot of seafood dishes as well as pastas, and I really enjoy that part of my heritage and cooking that type of cuisine and that regional cuisine.
So what I have here is some shaved fennel, some shaved onions, some pine nuts, roasted bell pepper, some currants, and a little bit of champagne vinegar, some fresh mint. Also, looks like I threw in some melon. So this is that sweet and sour that we talked about so much. It's really a delicious texture and flavor that it brings to almost any seafood dish.
The reason that I love this type of cuisine from southern Italy or Sicily is because Sicily has had so many influences from North Africa to Greece to Spain to the Middle East. So there are so many different curry dishes and currents and different things that you just don't find in regional Italian food on the mainland. And being Sicilian myself, I admire it.